Well, I'm in Idlewild, California at the some hotel. Within walking distance of the post office and the grocery store and all the things you need in the outfitter. And I got to Paradise Cafe today at mile 151.9 and walked down to the cafe and got breakfast. But I'm here in Ottawa. I came on in because I needed food for one thing, and also I've got this blister that started. Other than that, I really had any problems. But I got this blister that started small on the ball of my foot, and it's become about that big now with the skin. I know, that big. It's the whole ball of my foot, basically. With the skin just jacked up and hurting with every step. If I hike on it, after a while, it's just one of those nagging things that I've had before. This is a little bit more serious, but so I'm taking it easy today. I've had to do some walking to the outfitter to get some second skin and some different tape. My tape that I brought from the hospital just disintegrated. It got wet and it became, I guess it's that hospital tape, it just became one just block of goo. So I had to get some more tape and some things. And I mean, but other than that, everything's fine. I want to hike out tomorrow, and like I said, 13 total days. I've taken those 2 zeros. I don't know if I talked about that. I didn't do any videos at the kickoff, but I hitched back to the kickoff in Lake Morena and met some really cool hikers. Went back with a group I was kind of been hiking with. So, but yeah, just everyone's beat up. There's a lady on the porch right now. It's got ice on her ankle. Everybody's kind of hobbling around. Not everybody, but most people are. So I'm just gonna play it day by day. I definitely don't want to take any more days off after the 2 zeros. And then I've done a couple, like one Nero, a 4-mile day, and then today I only did 8. It was like 7 or 8 from where I camped to that to the road to Highway 79 there at Paradise Cafe. So the old buddy FM still, it's rougher on the old body this time than it was. I don't know, maybe I can't, I'm sure it was as rough as then. I had blister issues, as some of y'all remember, on the first day. So I was praying that I wouldn't get any, but that's the main thing. Like I said, everything else is fine. My legs, I mean, they get tired, but I'm getting in better shape. And the climbs are not as steep on this trail than they were on the AT. On the AT, right off the bat, you're going like this and like this. It is graded, gentler, but I mean, the climbs are still tough. It's hot during the middle of the day, but yeah, 151.9 miles down, a whole lot to go. Idlewild is a nice town. Julian was a nice town. Mount Laguna, a couple of the proprietors, they say hiker friendly, but the people and I was with, I wasn't the only one. It just makes you think that they're not totally, want your business. They want your money, but I'm not going to be negative. I'm sure it was just a couple of places, but the 2 places I went, both were like that. But anyway, so yeah, but like I said, everything's, other than that, it's feeling good, and I'm still feeling right. I'm happy to be out here. I've met some cool hikers. A lot of people from 2012, the AT, Cheetah, Wild Bill, who else is there? A bunch of other people. I'm trying to think of their names. But anyway, yeah, class of 2012 AT. So I've kind of been hiking on and off with them, just kind of hanging out and reminiscing a little bit, telling a few stories about some of the same people we hiked with. But and Honest Abe, yeah, definitely Honest Abe. I like him. I like everybody there. There's nobody I really dislike. So yeah, and a couple from Australia, Amelia and Steven. And Steven gave me my first kind of trail magic. He carried a Dr. Pepper, a 16-ounce bottle from Warner Springs all the way to the campsite, like to Mike's place, Trail Angel Mike. It's like 17 or 18 miles. And then that night, right before we went to bed, he said, FM, I heard you like Dr. Pepper, so he gave it to me, and so I put it outside my tent. So the next morning it was super cold. It was perfect. So thank you, Stephen, for that. I don't think he watches my channel, but yeah, I really like Amelia and Stephen. They're really cool. There's some Germans there. Oh yeah, Deep from 2012 AT, and his buddy Shorty. They're on the trail. Daniel, another German. A lot of Germans out here too, but it's more international than the AT. I mean, there's a lot of people from Germany, but there seems like I met a couple from Tasmania, like I said, Australia, Germany, Korea. I met 3 Koreans. You met the one guy who doesn't speak English, thermometer or thermo, but there's a couple more guys who do, and they're Spontaneous. He's a cool guy, and his buddy, I forget his name right at the moment, but so yeah, it's the same, but it's not at all. It's a long trail, but other than that, it's just got a different vibe to it. I guess it's the West Coast, which I'm loving that, but then I have to tone, the old buddy FM's got to tone down a little bit, because it's not, on the AT, everything's wild, everybody's, doing that. It's just a little more reserved out here, and the people, everybody's friendly, but it's just a little, like I said, they're not as outgoing as I am, which there's probably not too many people more outgoing than me, but anyway. Well, that's it from the Western room. They call it something. Each room is not a number, but they call it something Western theme. But it's really cool. It's nice. So I just got the room by myself. The group I'm hiking with, they're not coming into Idlewild till tomorrow. They're going to hike on and do a little road walking. There's a closure here at mile 161, so some people are road walking where there's no shoulder. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to hike all the trail that I can, and then I'll have to do a road walk around it, but it won't be as dangerous as the one that came up here, because there's no shoulder and a lot of wrecks. The guy Gus, thanks for Gus for giving me a ride from the cafe. He said there's a lot of wrecks on that road because it's windy and there's no shoulder, and so it's not a place for a hiker to be. But anyway, for your old buddy FM, that's it. And hopefully next time when I do a video, my blister will be better, okay? Talk to you later.